What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Dennert. Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. No, it's probably Tuesday. I don't know. Happy day. If you don't know about Dugout Mugs, we're the guys that take baseball bat barrels and we hollow them out and we turn them into probably the coolest mugs that you're going to find. But we got something a little extra cool for you today. There is a handful of guys that really support us, and we really, really appreciate them. And this is one of those gentlemen. 13-time Gold Glover, Hall of Fame champion, dad, businessman, just a hell of a guy. And, without further ado, I'd like to bring Pudge Rodriguez on. We're going to chat with Pudge for about 20 minutes tonight. So what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm glad. Hey, man, thanks for sharing some time with us. I appreciate that. I know you've been running around a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully we can dig into some of that tonight.
Thank you, Chris, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight and all the people, the fans watching us. I hope we can entertain you guys for a few minutes.
Yeah, we call them the dugout, right? Like we've created a tribe of people, man. Maybe not as big as your tribe, but a tribe of people that love what we do, and as often as we can, we like taking care of people. So first and foremost, I wanted to say thank you, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but you signed all these cards for me, right? So we do.
Actually, I signed it right here in front of me.
I already have them. It's incredible. So, but seriously, so one of the things we do is we try to take care of people, man, because this world gets crazy sometimes.
Absolutely.
And anything we can do to get back to fans, get back to people, we do that. So Nate, he's in the background doing his thing. But if you text the word Pudge to 85311, we're going to have people enter, and we're just going to randomly pick a few people to get some autograph cards from you tonight. So do that. I'm going to let Nate run that. But let's talk about a different kind of giving back, because you were on, God, it's been almost a year ago, I think. And we talked about the foundation, Posada de Moises, and I know you do a lot with that. And then you also have some new initiatives that are coming up in Puerto Rico and the Dominican, if I'm correct.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been working in some charity event, just what you just mentioned, Chris. Everything is just to help and do the best that I can and support all the foundations that I can. And basically, yes, we have Posada de Moises. Posada de Moises is a foundation that actually my wife is involved. My wife Patricia is involved in Colombia. And she started way before me. Like, I think she's been involved like for 12, 13, 14 years. And I was doing all this period of time that I've been with Patricia. I said, Patricia, well, we don't do a golf event in Colombia and try to raise money to help your foundation. And that's how everything started. We started the Posada de Moises golf event in Medellin, Colombia, 4 years ago. A lot of my great friends in Puerto Rico, which is like 34 players, flies from Puerto Rico to Medellin, Colombia to support.
Oh, wow. That's good support. That's support, man. That's awesome.
To support the event. And we've been doing a great job. I mean, we've been raising money for this young kid. The Posada de Moises is a foundation that we take care of the poor kids in Colombia. As you know, Colombia has a lot of areas that they're poor, and basically the whole foundation is all about we just picking the kids that the parents left them. Kind of like we bring it into this beautiful piece of property that we have, and we feed them, we give them some food, we give them some love, which is the most important thing. Just kind of like the love that they don't have at the house, we just make sure we give that to them there at the facility. And basically we just do that. We feed them with the dinner, school, we pay for their everything that they have on, outfits, school outfits, everything, transportation, you name it. We just take care pretty much all that. And basically that's what we do in Posada de Moises. And unfortunately, we are not doing the event for a year and a half now because due to the pandemic. But the good thing is that this December, we are going to do the event in Cap Cana, Dominican Republic. and we also going to help not only the Posada de Moises two foundation, which is going to be the Cap Cana Foundation, which is the same purpose of the foundation, just taking care of kids. And then in March, we going to Puerto Rico, and we also going to do the same event in March, and we're gonna also raise money for charity in Puerto Rico. But the whole purpose in Puerto Rico, 100% of the revenue of the charity event is going to be for a foundation in Puerto Rico. And I love that. I mean, Chris, I love to be involved in this. This is not the first time I've been doing this. I've been doing so many things for Puerto Rico all the way back before the Hurricane Maria. Doing Hurricane Maria, I've been also helping local people in Puerto Rico with a good friend of mine, Raúl Padilla, he owns a company called Sunwest Mortgage. So I've been involved in a lot of activities, raising money to help kids, and I love this kind of things.
Well, you were given a platform and an opportunity, right? Like, you've seen a lot of the Cheers to Charity stuff that we do, like Mariano comes on, or Kevin, just all over the board. There's a common thread. Like, I feel like there is. Maybe there's.
This is a big part of that,
Yeah. Thank you so much. So this is the Pudge Rodriguez signature series edition. Right. These are for sale. Dugoutmugs.com/Pudge. And we're taking a pretty good sized chunk of every sale, and it's going straight to the Foundation Posada de Moises. So, but I think like you were given a platform, right? And even with Dugout Mugs, we were given an amazing platform. And Randall and I had this great conversation about, like, we're very blessed, right? So, like, why not? Why not turn around and try to do some fun, cool stuff? We get to hang out and talk with great people, but at the end of the day, we're putting cleats on kids. We're putting, kids into sports that maybe didn't have that opportunity. We were just talking with Jamal and Ricky Weeks, the We Fam thing that they're doing about some just underprivileged inner city kids. And it's just great. I feel like everybody that's given that opportunity.
It's great. It's great that you mentioned that, Chris, because we've been blessed in we have in life, but also all of us as a child, we went through some stuff as well, and some we learned from all those things, and now we are, in the position to help others, and that is basically what I'm doing. I mean, I'm really happy, and my heart is just beeping so hard because this is a great thing to do. I mean, this is not a mandatory thing that you got to do. This has to come from your heart, and this has to come with a lot of care. And basically, we all here doing the same. So I'm very happy to be part of it.
Yeah, man. So but there's so many different, which I'm surprised you even had a half hour to blow with me tonight, but there's so many different things you're doing, right? Like, so you got the charity, now you got 3 that you're working with, but you're also, I'm actually have a trip coming up to Puerto Rico soon. So I'm going to check out Pudge's Pizza. I'm going to check out Pudge's Coffee, and I know you got that stuff going on. So there's the business side of what you're doing. And then we'll talk about, tell me about those few in El Mayor. I know that El Mayor, my wife is half Mexican. So like, we're always having tequila around, so tell us about some of like the business side of what Pudge has going on.
Well, basically I'm a very quiet in this part of my life that I do in the business side, but yeah, I mean, I'm super busy in the things that I'm doing. Pizza restaurants, and we are dying to open the second one in Puerto Rico. We're supposed to open the one in Puerto Rico 6 months ago, but due to the pandemic, we didn't do it. But now we're getting close. We're gonna open next month, and I'm excited for that. We had the the beer, we had the tequila. I'm also in the energy. I'm doing some great deals and great projects for Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and it just kind of like keep me busy. Obviously, I'm very humble and lucky that I met some great people in my baseball career and teach me how to go through this, how to go through this part of my life that I'm doing right now. And basically, I'm doing a good job, and I'm blessed the people that are around me. And also, I have a great group of people in my office. It's starting with, as you know, my Catalina. That you know her.
Oh, she's amazing. I hope she's watching. I can tell her she's amazing. I tell her all the time.
She's keeping me right there all the time and keeping me everything, in the line and in time and all that. So it just kind of like, what can I say? I got a great group of guys, great team.
It's just like baseball, man. You can't win unless you got a hell of a team.
Exactly. It's like a baseball. I have a great discipline when I was playing the game of baseball, and that's what I played 25 years, 21 in the big leagues. And basically, that's the same mindset that I have in the business world right now. Everything has to be with discipline. You got to be there. You got to take the calls. You got to make sure you understand what you're doing. All those kind of things goes into that part of the discipline area, and obviously be professional in what you're doing, love what you do, and if you do that, you're going to be successful.
Man, I taught so Randall, my partner, he pitched for a little while in the Blue Jays organization. He's a right-handed pitcher, and he said there's a lot of parallels. Now, he didn't obviously play 21 years, right? He didn't play a full year in the bigs, right? But there's a lot of parallels in baseball and business, just like what you're talking about, the discipline, going through the basics, the fundamentals of it. And so it's not uncommon for me to see a lot of players, whether it's their charities or whether it's businesses, because there's a handful of players that are doing a lot of really cool things. They just fly under the radar with it.
Well, basically, business and baseball is the same. I mean, baseball is a business, okay? You're an athlete, but you're working. They pay you to play this beautiful game of baseball, and you put a baseball uniform, go out there and play 27 hours or hours you can, and have a great year so you can. So the business continue for you and your family, right?
Yeah.
The only difference is that you put in spikes and batting gloves, and in business side you put in suit and tie, to go to meetings. But basically, it's all the same. It's just being professional, and it's just a discipline that you got to follow. And if you follow those discipline in both sides, you're gonna be okay.
Yep. Well, I'm going to talk about something else in a second, but I just want to remind anybody who's just joining us. So we have the Pudge Rodriguez Signature Series mugs, and you have the other one, right? The drinking model.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So this right here, it's built like a bat. It's kind of laid out just like that with the Hall of Fame look to it. Nate's got them up on the screen for us. So what we're doing is, if you don't know us, we're the guys that turn the baseball bats into beer mugs, water mugs, whatever you want, and we're working with Pudge on an initiative for the Fundación Posada de Moisés, which is helping kids, at-risk children in Central America. So specifically in Colombia, right, if I'm correct. So we're doing that. So dugoutmugs.com/Pudge. Go buy one of the mugs. You get one of these awesome mugs, and the proceeds are going back to the foundation. Now we're also, and I think Nate, if you got somebody, we can claim it. But Pudge was kind enough. By the way, man, you've supported us so much, and I can't say thank you enough, honestly. So Pudge signed a bunch of cards. I pulled them out of my personal collection, and I sent them to you. You signed them, and we're just going to give them away to people. So Nate, if you got somebody, throw them up on the screen. Who do we got?
Our friend Jared said he would love a signed card, so we're going to.
Well, Jared, this is you, buddy. It's coming your way. The old school Texas. Look at that Leaf. That's like a '95 Leaf, I think. Yeah. If you love baseball cards, throw some comments in the comment thread there. So let's talk about something. So I'm actually going golfing tomorrow, right? And I know you're an avid golfer. You golf today, right?
Okay. Yes.
But I want to know about your hole-in-one game. Like, you've had multiple. Am I correct?
Four. I got four. I got my first one was here in my course in Lagos. And then I got two. I got three in Lagos. I have one in Shady Oaks, and that's Fort Worth, Texas golf course. And the last one was right here in Boca Raton Resort.
It wasn't too long ago.
It was a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it, and I was like, for some reason, I keep seeing more hole-in-ones. Like, I don't know what's going on.
That one was
apparently your short game is strong.
Yeah, that one was 141 yards. It's a beautiful hole, water in the middle, big tree on the left, and the pen was right in front of the green. But in the back, they have like a little downhill coming back towards the hole. And I hit a 9-iron all the way past the flag, hit the top of the hill and start rolling. It took like 6-7 seconds just to this.
Dude, your heart's beating like crazy, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, yeah. And
it's just like the Tiger Woods video game.
No, the great thing about that was that it wasn't a foursome, it was a fivesome that we all played that day. So it was 4 players watching it, and so it was great, and it was a great time.
That's awesome, dude. 4 hole-in-ones is no joke. Maybe you can loan me one. I'm going golfing tomorrow. I could certainly use a couple good shots. I think we're going to ramble. But so you have something cool coming up in the golf space, and I know that because you're working with one of my good friends, Matt Haynes, and you got what's going on with that? Because I'm really not.
Mike is doing a great job. Obviously, know Matt from a lot of years, and I also always appreciate and thanks him that he always invited me to the American Century Champions. Yep. I've been playing on that tournament for 4 or 5 years when he was working for the golf, and now he's been doing this great golf opportunity. I mean, I think that's going to be a great golf for all of us as celebrities and as retired athletes from different sports and music and acting and all that. It would be great to having this kind of golf league and go play around in different places. I think us as a celebrity, we bring a lot of fans into our events, and that's the goal that we wanted to do. Just kind of continue this great legacy that the American Century have, which is as they average over 10, 15, 20 athletes.
Right, it's athlete and influencer heavy. It's a ton of fans, and you know what I think is sports in general. They need to start catering more to the fans, because the fans are just really going to get behind certain. I mean, we see that with like esports, just the whole world of esports happening.
We wanted to do this just to entertain.
Right.
Fans, the fans. It's not like it's nothing else. It's just like we figured out that the fans love watching us for some reason playing golf, right? And we are so friendly with the people that comes to the golf courses that we sign and
they take pictures and have fun. Yeah,
we do a bunch of great things that people love to see us around the golf course, and why not continue to do it? So basically, that's the idea that we are working on, and hopefully they supporting us. Hopefully, all the people supporting us, and we able to make this happen. Which is, I think, if we make this happen, it's going to be a great thing to have.
I think it's going to, and I've already told Matt, I was like, I'll support you. So everybody understands what we're talking about. It is it's a golf league of 4 to 6 events, maybe more, but that's to be determined. But it's a lot of athletes, ex-athletes, current athletes, influencers, movie stars. They just go and play golf, and it is very fan heavy. There's an event called the American Century Classic, so it's very similar to that, where it's just really built for the fans. And I think people just go out and they love it, and the players love it. It's just a ton of fun. So I hope that comes to fruition, because we're going to be involved in that with Dugout for sure. I think we couldn't not be. Good time and beer mugs and bat mugs, and it makes a lot of sense. So, Nate, let's go ahead and give another card away, man. I know there's a lot of comments happening on the different platforms. So if you would do that, that would be fantastic. And then we could start wrapping it up. So obviously Pudge is busy, so we don't want to keep him too terribly long. So, all right. So Nate said he's working on that. What are you doing? What you got, Nate?
We got Mike said he was at the 2003 World Series, Pudge, watching you.
I appreciate it, Mike.
Oh, man.
For that.
Do
Absolutely.
we have a Marlins card? I don't know. We might. If we got a Marlins card, that's you, buddy. Otherwise, we'll find something sweet for you.
Exactly. We find it for you, Mike.
Yeah, man. So now that the world's opening back up, you're in Florida, right? And we're based in Florida. So now that things are happening, obviously we've had to take the pandemic seriously. But now that things are opening back up, is there anything that you've been waiting? I mean, even the Hall of Fame induction with Derek and Larry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start with the Hall of Fame. We still not going to be able to go to Cooperstown this year. We're going to do everything. We're going to do everything by where we are right now. But obviously, we are going to have, we're going to have the Jeters, inductees and all the inductees from last year. So unfortunately, Cooperstown decided to do that, and we have to also respect their decision. But yeah, I'm glad that I've been travel a little bit now for the last month or so, and this Sunday I'm gonna go Texas. I'm gonna go to Dallas for a week and work a little bit and stuff that I gotta do back in Dallas and Fort Worth, and also do some work for the Rangers and also do some work for TV. So I'm gonna be back to baseball, obviously there in person. I can't wait to be there at the new ballpark in Arlington and just watch live baseball game instead of the ones that over here in the computer. So it's going to be excited. Things are changing right now. Things are getting back to normal, which is great. But we still need to take care of ourselves and make sure we protect ourselves in any circumstances. Obviously, social distancing is very important still, and to a little bit more. But at the same time, I'm glad to see baseball back to 100% capacity, sport events go back to 100% capacity, and start to see the life kind of like normal again. So it's good to see that.
Yeah, man. I had a chance to go to I was at the World Series when they did it there, the Rays and the Dodgers. So that new ballpark is gorgeous, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a brand new. I mean, imagine it's just crazy, beautiful. It's always nice to play 71 degrees in a place. In a place that August, the June, July, and August is 108 degrees. I'm a person that can tell you about that.
But and you're wearing all the catcher's gear too.
Nice to see a brand new ballpark. It's great to see the team play the way they've been playing, and the fans, love it. If you can see, it's 50,000 plus every single game, even during the week. So it's good to see that.
Yeah, for sure. So a couple questions. We got a lot of. I'll just pick a handful of these and we'll call it. What is your favorite park? What's your favorite park to play in? I don't know if we talked about this, but we've had a lot more fans join since last time we talked.
Obviously,
outside of Texas.
As a visitor, of course, Seattle, the ballpark is nice. I think the city is beautiful. We play a lot there when it's a summertime, and I think in summertime in Seattle is beautiful, and obviously the city is nice. The ballpark is great. Baltimore, I like Camden Yards. I love it there. The old Yankee Stadium, I play the most of my games there in the old stadium. I play a few in the new ones. But it's always nice to play in all 30 ballparks. When you play 30 major league ballparks and you're talking about 35 plus thousand people on those stands watching baseball game, you can beat that. So
do you still remember it? You still remember that feeling when everybody's just like big games and it's bottom of the ninth and all that kind of stuff. Do you still remember the energy?
Of course, I still remember the tendency of the adrenaline, the tendency. Obviously, the fans in there, the fans always in the, in every single pitch and all that. Of course, I remember that, and it's nice. That's one of the things that I miss. One of the things that I miss is the fans. And what I miss a lot is my teammates and the clubs and all that. What I play, but other than that, when you play Major League Baseball game and in those kind of beautiful, perfect stadiums,
The nostalgia.
and plus 25, 30, 35,000 people is a great place to play baseball.
Yeah. I had a chance to see some of the nostalgic stadiums. I've not been to Fenway, and I've not been to Camden yet. Those are two that are certainly on my list.
Yeah, absolutely. Camden Yards is a great ballpark. It's an open ballpark. That's what I like. That's what I like it a lot. This right field and then the building, they all be there on the right. Make you feel like you are in the park. Like in the open park, and so that's what I like. Plus, that's one of the ballparks as a visitor that I always have good series playing there.
Yeah. Let's see, Daryl. What's up, Daryl Digwood? What pitcher let you control the flow of the game with the pitches you called from behind the plate the easiest? So, like, what pitcher let you kind of run the show the most?
Well, I mean, we all Major League Baseball players, okay? And basically, starting pitchers, they're all big leaguers, and we all get along well. But as long as we communicate before the game, or we have the game plan that we got to do, we always going to end up doing a good job. Obviously, guys, guys that I catch in my career like Belander, Kenny Rogers, Nolan Ryan. I played with Nolan for 3 years back in '91 when I started my career. Kevin Brown. I mean, I catch so many great pitchers in my career that makes my job a lot easier because those guys are
legends.
Super control pitchers. That obviously when I'm sitting outside of the plate, the ball goes right to my catcher's mitt right there. And basically that's how you call Major League Baseball. When you are a Major League pitcher, you're supposed to go there and make sure you do the job. But as long as you communicate with all the pitcher that you have in your pitching style, you're gonna be fine.
Right. I actually have a Nolan and a Verlander back here behind me. I've had a chance to work with a little bit with both those guys. Those are some legends. And Nolan Ryan. I mean, there's people that argue. I mean, Jacob deGrom. Watching him lately is pretty
unbelievable. Jacob,
isn't it incredible to watch him throw the ball? Like we got a ton of Mets fans, and they're always riled up about him.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
He is crazy to watch. When it's all said and done, he's gonna be in Cooperstown. The way he's throwing the ball, I mean, I don't see how you couldn't be. But Nolan, like I grew up watching Nolan. Right, you're a little bit older than I am, but like I got to grow up watching Nolan. That dude is, oh my God.
Nolan reminds me a lot. Like Jacob. Hard workers, guys that pitch fast. Catch and throw. And I think that's the reason that he dominates so much in the game of baseball because he's a catch and throw guy. What I mean about catch and throw guy is that he don't take too long around the pitching rubber to pitch, to throw another pitch. He just kind of like, make sure he has 100+ miles an hour fastball, and obviously, the other resume they have is unhittable too. So when you have all these 3 or 4 or 5 pitches that he has and pitch fast, it's not a lot of time for a hitter to think, and so that's why he's been so good.
Yeah. All right, last question, and we'll wrap it up, brother. Right now, there's a lot of excitement in baseball. Like, who's your favorite player to watch right now? Is it the Acuña or the Tatis or
that Fernando Tatis Jr.? I mean, I know that we all love Mike Trout, but I mean, right now, we're wishing all the speeding recovering to Mike Trout so he can come back to baseball again. We need him back, and he's a big, need in baseball. He's a superstar. But right now, I mean, watching Fernando Tatis Jr., watching Acuña, watching all those guys, they're amazing. I mean, they're like unbelievable
The game is in good hands, right?
Yeah, especially what Fernando Tatis is doing. You know, he just kind of like hit for power, played the game hard, stealing bases, great shortstop, great receiver. I mean, even Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, Dante Bouchette Jr. too.
Yeah,
and
Bo Bichette.
Bouchette Jr. I mean, those guys are amazing. Watching them play. I mean, obviously, we just mentioned Jacob DeGrom. I mean, it's unbelievable watching all this.
There's a lot of talent.
Guys playing baseball, and as far as a team season, about the San Francisco Giants season, the seasons that they have. I mean,
yeah, they're nice season.
All this. I mean, it's unbelievable. Baseball is baseball is fun to watch. You sometimes you never know what's going to happen, and see all these teams playing well, all these players playing the way they're playing is fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree. Well, brother, I won't keep you long. One last time. So what we're doing is we are helping the Fundación Posada de Moisés, which is helping kids, at-risk kids in Colombia. And then also you guys are doing a lot in the DR and Puerto Rico. So if no one's following Pudge on our side, go check him out. And also Nate's going to have in the links, just check any of the foundations out, see what they got going on. Sometimes a little bit of visibility, some shares, some likes, it goes a long way with a lot of these groups that are doing big things. If you want something for yourself, dugoutmugs.com/Pudge. It's the signature series right here. And Pudge, you signed this one. This goes on my shelf. The rest of them I have it autographed, etched into it. Nate's going to throw those up on the screen. And then also, if you haven't yet, we've already given a couple of them away, but we're going to do that. So Pudge was awesome enough to autograph some cards for us. So that's the word Pudge to 85311. And we're going to be picking people randomly probably over the next week. Just being awesome, trying to give somebody a good day, because that's what it's about, right? When you're blessed with what we all have. So thank you, my friend. Cheers to you. I appreciate your time as always, and all the support. Dugout Mugs, man. I couldn't be more grateful, buddy.
I appreciate it, and thank you for all the guys. Thank you guys for having me tonight, and have a blast of a time, and thank you for all the fans that are watching us. So I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
All right, brother. Well, hey, we'll circle around soon. We'll go golfing, okay?
I will.
All right, man. Have a good night.